I don't have a political view.
Hi, I'm Douglas.
Hi, my name's Erica.
Hi, my name's Alan.
I'm Rebecca Grasher.
This is only my second federal election, but I'm ashamed to say that last time my vote didn't count. Last time my vote didn't count. My vote didn't count.
But we're not here to tell you who to vote for.
We just want you to vote.
And that doesn't mean just putting a number in a box.
It means really thinking carefully about the value of that number.
So we're down here at Terrigal Beach just trying to get some people's views on the weekend's elections, just trying to get them to talk about politics, and surprise, surprise, no one willing to talk just yet.
Search of voters. We're willing to talk. We don't think it's a problem, right? We're out here looking for people willing to talk about how they vote. And I quote, "Don't give a shit, not interested." That's exactly what we're on about. Very, very quiet. We're hunting voters.
I have voted for a different party every time for the last 10 years. And I think I've realised that you really need to focus on who you're voting for and who is representing your electorate. Try to zone out the TV, zone out whatever your parents have told you, and get informed. Think about what your area needs and how your area should be represented. Think about if there's any environmental, economic, transportation, healthcare concerns that you have, and look at what those representatives are offering. And also look at their track record to see if they have actually upheld their promises in the past. But yeah, just get informed and make a decision that's for you and the best thing for you and your family, and not necessarily what someone else is telling you to do.
Only my second federal election, but I'm ashamed to say that last time my vote didn't count. I simply voted the same way that my mother had done for the last 20 years, Liberal. I did this because I'd heard her wax lyrical for so long about that party, whilst damnifying the policies, the motives and capabilities of Labor. This is all well and good for a naive 20-year-old, but I'm a 23-year-old woman now. I need to start taking some responsibility. So this time, I'm making my vote count. I've done the research. I know the parties and not just the main two. I know who I'm voting for. I know what their policies are. I know what they're promising, and I know what is deliverable. So this time it doesn't matter if I vote the same way as my mother or not, because I've made it my choice now, my decision. So this time I'm making my vote count, for me.
What I want to talk to you about is how the youth of today might be feeling disenfranchised with the value of our vote. We might not feel that the political parties are listening to our generation because of the influence of the baby boomer generation, the pension age people, corporate interests, whatever, but we aren't feeling that our voice is getting heard. What I want to say is that we are the next generation who's framing Australia's future and policies, and it's up to us to stand up and raise our voice and be heard.
Something you might want to consider when you're placing your vote on August 21st is the idea that we're not just electing the governing party, but also in a very real sense, your vote elects the opposition and the balance in the Senate. What does this mean for you? Well, if you've been considering voting for an independent or one of the smaller parties, but you've been put off by the idea that those preferences might go to a party you're not comfortable with, you need to ask yourself, what is it about this party that resonates with you and your philosophy, and why do you think their voice needs to be strengthened in the Senate? Because make no mistake, every vote counts, every vote strengthens a party, no vote is wasted. So if you're thinking about voting Greens but wouldn't ordinarily want your vote to go to the ALP, but you do believe that the environment needs representation in the Senate, then give your vote to Greens, or you can vote beneath the line and make your preferences work for you.
So when I hit the polls on the 21st of August, what's really going to be in my mind is how can my vote affect my life and the next 3 years of government, how it can contribute to my own individual circumstances. For me, that means voting locally, actually breaking down the voting sheet to who is going to look after local issues. I have looked at that and I've gone through the 3 or 5 most important points to me and then linked that up with what works from either the Coalition, the ALP or the Greens Party. The man for the job I will vote one for, and then I will preference the other parties in order of my political beliefs. And so I'm able to know that on the 21st of August, when I walk into the polling booth, the numbers from 1 to 10 on my polling paper will actually matter for me, and I will have done what I can do to make a difference in this election.
If at the end of the day you're still a little bit confused and don't know how you genuinely want to vote, there are some great services out there. For example, you can have a look at the Sydney Morning Herald's Votomatic, which is a great little quiz. Basically throws some policies at you, asks you to select the idea that you prefer. So I'm just going to choose randomly throughout the whole quiz. And then at the end it offers up a recommendation for how you might want to vote if you select these policies as being your preferences. So I'm just going to click on through. And of course, if this style isn't up your alley, then there's always Google, and every party has a website that you can have a look at. Pretty much every candidate has a Facebook page, so there's really no reason why you should walk into the polls on August 21st and not know what their policies are. So let's get the results, and randomly, apparently I should visit the Liberal website. When I took this test for real, I was quite surprised to find out that I'm a bit more conservative than I thought I was. When Dougie took this test for real, he was very surprised to find out there's a whole lot more left-wing and progressive than he thought he was. So the great thing about this site is it doesn't tell you whose policy is who, it just throws the policy at you, you choose the one you empathise with most, and at the end it'll give you a recommendation. Wouldn't say foolproof, but it's something.